This is my SketchUp workspace for creating the model for a knife box that was presented recently in the Williamsburg conference, Working Wood in the 18th Century. Although this piece is small and only has a handful of components, it is a challenge to model in SketchUp and also to build in the shop. This is an introductory video, but I intend to create additional videos showing in detail how to go through the steps of the reproduction. The first step involves a scanned image or photos on which you trace over the shapes of the components. I'll turn off the X-ray style so you can see the SketchUp faces that have already been created over the image. Here is the side. Because of the symmetry, I'm only doing half the component shapes. And here's half of the end shape. There's a base plate and some molding as well. With these shapes, we can now begin the layout of the 3D model. The splay complicates the modeling as these shapes are only an orthographic projection of the real size of the components. I can't simply rotate these pieces, rather several extra steps are required. First, I push-pull the faces so that they fully intersect at the box corner shown here. Then I create cutting planes at the splay angle. Here are the cutting planes. And then after intersection and cleanup, I have the proper sized side and end shapes. Here they are connected to the base. I give these shapes their thickness. In this case, it's 5/16 inch thick. Notice that there is not a full overlap at the corner where we will join with dovetails. So these components need to be oversized to ensure a proper connection. Now I can copy the symmetrical half profiles to make the full-length components. I'm starting the dovetail layout in this step. I do this just by eye in following the method used for dovetail layout by the Williamsburg cabinet makers. After cleanup, we have a completed dovetailed set. I've copied and flipped the joinery and the components. Now we can add the mid-spar handle. This requires a stopped dado in the inside face of the ends and a little notch at the top edge of the handle. I applied a molding along the perimeter of the base with Follow Me, completing a rough glued up box ready for final shaping and hand planing. Here's the model after hand planing. The top of the corners need shaping or feathering with files and sandpaper, something I can't do in SketchUp. Here you can see the joinery in X-ray. I then created the exploded view and an orthographic view. Front, side, top views, traditional. The next video will show the process of tracing over the imported image and creating the basic component shapes.